Hey, how's everyone doing? My name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws, and this is my ongoing sketchbook series where we get together. I'm trying to get together every night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and cover something in my sketchbook. Right now, last 3 nights we looked at these two different portraits, and now I'm gonna be doing another portrait right here. In fact, this one right here. And the first night I used a ballpoint pen, then I used a Home Depot carpenter's pencil. Look, just something like that. And tonight I'm going to use one of my other favorite drawing instruments, that is a Crayola color pencil. So, and this sketchbook I'm drawing in, spiral bound, it is a cheap sketchbook. You could buy this at any grocery store. So my point is just saying that, that to pursue art is very cost effective. It is probably got to be the least expensive pursuit you could do. But like any other habits or skills that you want to get good at, it takes a very long time. So just a little heads up for you. You see people who draw portraiture or who create great art online all the time. They've been at it for a really long time. So don't be so hard on yourself if you do not like what you're doing, okay? It just takes time. Everybody who's good at this, they had to go through the same thing that you're going through. So you're not alone, all right? Even me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Tonight, what I'm going to do a little bit differently, I'm going to kind of try and see this woman's head as a cube, as a square. So let's start with this back end right here. I'm just going to try to get that angle of the back side there, and then we'll come all the way over here and maybe get the front side. So I've got this line and this line drawn. And like the face, there is a front and there's always a side to the face. So if I put my pencil over here, is that about, that's not quite halfway. Halfway is going to be there. It's going to be a little bit less. So let's put our pencil in halfway. I'm just going to slide it over just a bit, just like this. How easy is that? That's not too bad, huh? Let's come into the back now and start to kind of get some pieces in place. So let's just kind of put, this is maybe the top of her head right there, right? And now let's get this brow line. I always draw the brow line right at the eyebrow. So this is, look at that. If I line my pencil up, that is almost exactly parallel with the picture frame there. So I could use the top of this as kind of my guide. And let's see, let's just kind of come across there. And then right at the temple, right here, it kind of takes a right turn and goes down, you see? Just like this. So now we've got the brow line, because the brows line up with the top of the earlobe, right? Let's get the center line. So if I look closely, this is where the center line is, right at that tip. And look how close. That center line is very close to this side versus all the way over here for the temple. So if this is about the temple, I'm gonna bring this all the way right about there. And then the center line is going to follow the same angle as the face, just like this. Okay, let's take a look at, let me see now. Let me just kind of get a vision of where her nose is. Her nose is going to fall about there. If you're, I know all the stuff is out there about 1/3 this. Those are all fine, but once you start getting into the reality of things, sometimes You just have to throw those out the window. But as we draw this in the next, 10 more minutes or so, just don't worry about getting her likeness. Just try and get the form of things, all right? So here's the top of her nose, and look how close her nose gets to the edge of her face, right? You could even look at this little space over here, right? Let's see if we can match that. So her nose is coming out there. And then tip of her nose, like that's almost like a straight line. You see that? So we can come down here just like this. And then the bottom of her nose is going around her face like this, right? So let's come around like this. This is going to be the bottom. And all I'm drawing right now is the contour. I'm drawing the contour. Okay, on her nose there, it's very round. Most of us has a round nose. So let's come in here and just round the bottom like this. This is called the construction. We're just trying to get the construction down. All right, septum. Septum is this part right here in between the nose. And that's going to be right at the center line. So we can do this. And then this kind of is going to come up here like that, right? And then the other septum, look, the other side is going to follow that just a bit, just like this. And there's our septum. A great way to really practice this is just to do it over and over and over again. Just repeat. Okay, now let's come over here. Let's get our other nostril. It's going to be over here, right? And watch this. I'm looking at the shape now. Just like that. Now this is the inner walls of her septum, so it's going to go straight up into her nose. Now you can't really see that you can't see that in the photo, but that's okay because we could just kind of mark that in with a little bit like this, and it will help give us some structure. All right, let's get that nostril now. Right, I'm looking at the shape of it. It's gonna come around like this. And just like paintings, if you're gonna paint something, sometimes you look for the shape of the shadow. So look for the shape of the shadow here. Look at this. And by the way, this picture comes from a great website called earthsworld.com. And if you want to learn portraits, I can't think of a better resource than Earth's World. I don't know when I first discovered it, but it was a long time ago. And I see that Earth is the name of a photographer, and I'm sure there are thousands of artists who have used his photography in order to get good at drawing portraits. So look, there's our nose. Okay, let's now grab the barrel of the mouth and come around here, right? And then she's going to get maybe her chin right there. She has a very long, from the septum to the top of the lips is long. We start off with a nice V. She has a beautiful looking V. And then she's coming down like this. And we push down and darken the corners of those lips. Darken the corners. Bottom lip is coming here, and then it curves around. You see that? And like I said, this is the best thing you can do is just keep working through these ideas. Work through them. I hold my pencil both like this and I hold it like this, okay? Look, I have to adjust my chin here. Okay, let's come up here, get the eyes, eye line. Boom. Maybe eye line's coming right in like that. I'm looking very closely where her eye falls in line with this nose here. There's the tip. There's the tip of the nose, and the bottom of her eye just happens to be right here. And then I'm just going to fill it in. Throw some eyelashes on there without much thought. There's the upper eyelid. It's going around her eyeball. Grab the shape. Shape of her eyebrow right there. Look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the other eye now. I'm going to move right across. Here's usually the if I do a straight vertical from her nostril right here, that lines up usually with the tear duct, but her eye is set a little further back, and usually the corners of the eye line up with the pupils. But if I went the angle of her face, all this would be true. You see, so this is the angle of her face, and the corner of her mouth does indeed line up with her pupils, and the corner of her nose, of her nostril, does indeed line up with her tear duct. So we can just follow this. This is the angle right there. Come up there. All right. All right, so let's come on up here. 1, 2, and 3. And please do me a monster favor. Definitely like this video. And let me know. Let's see, I got some things we're gonna do next, starting tomorrow night. But yeah, tell me how you found it. That's it. Tell me how you found this channel. That's a great thing for me to check out. All right, look at that. Bam. There's that. I'm not giving much thought, but I'm just kind of throwing those eyelids down. Look at this underneath the eye here. You have this little bit of light. That's so right there. So important. And then usually in this corner here, this is very dark often. So we'll just throw a little something there, right? A little something there. They'll give her some little eyeshadow. Now look at the negative space in here. Negative space. How far does this come out? Great. She's coming up like this, and then right down the center. Okay, don't worry about what it looks like. Off subject, are you still doing drawing at 3 p.m.? Yes, Ralph, great question. We still have, if you're interested in some one-on-one training, I have a course called The Daily Draw, and we get together every day at 3 p.m., Monday through Friday. We hit a different subject every day of the week. And if you want to get good, that is probably one of the best resources, because I can actually see your work and give you comments. So look at this now. I'm going to come in with a nice heavy dark line here. Hit this right side. I'm following the face. Look straight down. Just like that. Look at that. Oh, I just love this pencil. I'll tell you that right now. Let's get this ear in, all right? So bottom of the lips. Bottom lip is lining up with her ear here. Top of her ear is lining up with the center of her nose. Yeah, no problem. In fact, Ralph, in the description of this video, I will put a link for the daily draw. There might be one already, but I will double check. And if you're looking for a home where other artists are there to help you, encourage you, including myself, I have this very active Facebook group called Learn to Draw with Kurt Aspland. And you're going to find that link in the comments. So join our group, and I think you will find a nice place to get good, find encouragement, and all that good stuff. How are we doing on time? All right, we're doing okay. We're about to the end there. So as I was talking, I was just dropping in. Let's talk about hair real fast. I like, when I'm drawing hair, I like to try and get the overall outline. Okay. And then I like to think of it in groups and not so much as individual pieces. So like look at this. Here's this batch coming in here, and I like to almost think of it as if I was using clay to mold it. And that helps me. You found this through Facebook, learning to draw. Great. All right, coming around. Thanks, Helen. I think a lot of people found it that way. Look, back here, it's dark. Throw some dark in there. And then down here, this whole part of her hair is also very dark. We'll just quickly scribble something in because it will look fresh. Okay, there's her neck, and there's that neck there coming around. And then here, let's get this. Let's get some big earrings in there. Bam. All right, and then we're gonna give them some thickness. Okay, over here we got to give her the other earring. And where's that coming? That comes right there. And great. Here on lips, make sure you're always, this is a good habit to get in. Drop the upper lip into shadow there. That's always a nice, that's pretty common. That happens because the sun is coming down here, and the sun usually hits the bottom lip, okay? And then one other thing is, a lot of times we have this tendon that comes from the ear right down there into the pit of the neck, all right? And there we go. Boom. What do you think? I think that was pretty good. So check that out now. Here is a spread in our sketchbook. I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. And we're done. So what's happening next? So, wow, we got a blank sheet. So I'm going to give it some thought what we will do on tomorrow night. But if you stuck with me for the last 3 nights, you should have a nice spread. And what's key is don't worry about what it looks like. Remember, this is 30 years. There's 30 years of time behind all of these drawings here. So you just need to keep fighting along. You will get it. If you stick with me, I'm going to get you there a little bit faster than 30 years, okay? Hey, my name's Kurt. I'm a dad who draws. Thank you so much for watching. Emily and Helene, Ralph, Emily, James, Paul, Jen, and I think I got everyone. Go out there, you guys. Have a great Saturday tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Animals. I got a feeling we might do some animals tomorrow.